great sage Vishwamitra gave the world the sacred Gayathri Mantra that is believed to invoke pure consciousness in oneself. Before he was a great sage though, he was once a warrior king named Kaushik. Let's focus on his long multi-millennial road to becoming one of the greatest sages. It all began when King Kaushik was once returning from a victorious battle. They were near sage Vasisht's ashram, who invited them all for lunch. Kaushik accepted, though he was not sure if there'll be enough to feed his army. To his surprise, they were all served an elaborate meal. Sage Vasisht explained that the food came from the divine cow Nandini, who could create anything. Kaushik thought he could put the cow to better use and asked for it. The sage refused, stating that the cow did not belong to him. Kaushik then tried to take her by force, but Nandini created a powerful army that defeated his own. Enraged, he took a vow to become more powerful in return for his revenge. He soon understood that he could not rule over his kingdom and do that at the same time. He left his sons his kingdom, and for many years he performed tapas, the practice of deep meditation to achieve spiritual power. Finally, he pleased Lord Shiva and got divine weapons from him. He returned and attacked Sage Vasisht's ashram. But he was a Brahmarishi, the highest attainable level among sages. He kept his armrest called a Brahmadand on the ground, which consumed all his weapons. Kaushik now set sights on becoming a Brahmarishi himself and resumed doing tapas. After many years, Lord Brahma appeared and bestowed upon him the status of Rajrishi. Far from being pleased, he felt he needed to show how great he was. He tried to help Trisanku, who was the king of Ayodhya long before Lord Ram's era, to prove his greatness. Trisanku had been cursed by Vasisht's sons to become a leper because he had urged them to send him to heaven in human form, despite their refusal to act against nature. Kaushik used all his powers to send Trisanku to the heavens. When he was refused entry by Lord Indra, Kaushik spent all his tapas trying to create a new heaven just for Trisanku. Having lost all of his tapas, Kaushik started accumulating it afresh. Eventually Lord Brahma appeared again and bestowed on him the title of Maharishi. But his goal was clear to him and he continued doing tapas. This got Lord Indra worried, who had been watching him closely since the situation with Trisanku. To sabotage Kaushik's efforts, he tried many tricks and finally succeeded in distracting him with his Apsara Menaka. Seeing her beauty, Kaushik succumbed to her charms and lost all his tapas again. He understood eventually he must let go of all worldly things and again resumed intense meditation, and after many more years finally earned the status of Brahmarishi from Lord Brahma. He was still not content though, as Sage Vasisht refused to accept him as an equal. He went to confront him, but overheard the sage talking in his praise to his wife. Humbled, he bowed to him and finally doing so, let go of his ego. That's when Sage Vasisht acknowledged him as an equal, finally addressing him as Brahmarishi Vishwamitra.